Yes, time on Nasun, Emre Nasun, Beleshe, Sports Chat with Dasilva live on Richma TV. Then people say, what is saying? How was your weekend? Did your team win? Did your team lose? Did your team have a barren game, goalless, draw, 1-1, 2-2? Time will tell. Stay tuned with us. Fasten your seatbelt. It's Sports Chat with Dasilva. You are all welcome. But before I continue, have you done something? Have you subscribed to this wonderful YouTube channel? If not, kindly subscribe. YouTube, then you click that notification bell. So that as soon as I come live, boom, you meet me there. Facebook, follow us. Richma TV. TikTok, Richma TV. Instagram, Richma TV. YouTube, Richma TV. Yeah, and simple. Join us and let's have fun. A sports chat with Dasilva. Today too, we are coming to talk about what happened during the weekend, discuss a little bit of upcoming midweek games, and tidbits around the world of sports. I cannot do this thing alone. I always have wonderful, tactical and technical-minded, astute soccer personnel. In fact, if you think go back to our previous, they've said something and we can say, wow, it came to pass. That is what Richma TV Sports Chat will give to you. If you see me today at the comfort of your home, this program is proudly sponsored by Agape Traditional LLC. Yes, Agape Traditional LLC no sponsor jumedie ya when go so a wo hwe no life yi. E de na wo pe. Ciao ciao. Kente, customized bag, customized key holder, African wear, design beer, and your watch it. For Agape Traditional LLC, for all your occasions, or movie beer, or basewa befrel, or basewa what mone, what musufre drew him to the Kente Africana, Abba American dream has say, DMV and beyond, baby our friend, or bet deliver. Pick Kente, other jewelries, customized by Bibia, a briache in Chiwe. Oh, or best she no fefa package. The packaging crown the kumino. Producer one day, yeah, the package will be better amount for. For a telephone, na for Basewa 240-898-6931. Mr. Susubiu 240-898-6931. Or Basewa and Timage, she got you. And anytime you order from Agape Traditional LLC, you are adding color to your life. Thank you for being our proud sponsor. Now, back to the matter. Set and the heat. We were having wonderful discussion at the backstage before we came to the studio. Until today, tonight promises to be very nice, heated, fantastic, bombastic. Oh dear, as countryman Sungu will say. Let me go ahead and introduce my first panelist. I say at times this panelist and Kasana, the team no support na team no support no enyo ndo akwako omulusu yo Saturday omulusu yo Let me welcome Calvin Frimpong. Calvin, you are welcome to Sports Chat with Dasilva on Richma TV. Calvin, what's up?
What's up, Coach? Thank you, everyone, for watching again. Always subscribe to Richmond TV. It's always a pleasure to be on Sports Chat with Dasilva. Today will be another banger. We will come here and discuss what we saw. Some people are wearing glasses, but they are not seeing. I'm not mentioning any names. So today we are here to dissect and show them what we actually saw, what actually happened, So stay tuned and get ready for some bangers coming up. So stay tuned.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin. And as I say, he's a goalie and a player and a coach as well, so he understands the game. Let me go ahead and introduce Fifi. Fifi too is an astute Manchester United supporter. Almost the first division, almost the penalty so. How many championships have be penalties? Shh. Fifi Blanson, welcome to the studios of Richmond TV.
Charlie, Manchester United. Thank you for having me, Charlie. Mo said for a long time I haven't been on here because you guys are not sharing and liking and commenting. Mo share it, like, comment, so that Charlie we can bring you more of the heat. As I come no, I went to a Mikoye, na ye na Mikoye no. I said akakakra ni see me team no. So I'm in mourning. Right now, there's a very, 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 very dark, dark time for Manchester United. So I come humbly to ask you guys to subscribe, like, share, comment, and so we can bring you nothing but the heat. But today I'm here to talk. I'm here to express my feelings. So hopefully the bias host allows us to do it, and then we can have a good show. But thank you guys. If you've already tuned in, thank you. Be ready for a good show. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Fifi producer. Yes, that's you bias. So I know when you do your share red, I'm not pointing out to tell me to do your share red. Anyways, thank you very much, my adorable panelists, Richmond TV, and all the fans. They always love you anytime they see you in the studio. Quickly, let's talk about so we'll talk about a little bit of the UEFA Champions League, what happened during the Tuesday and Wednesday. Arsenal are out of it. Bayern Munich kicked them out. Man City too, through that marathon penalty. It wasn't a marathon, but I mean, City is out. Real Madrid are in. Atletico Madrid are out. Borussia Dortmund are in, and of course, Barcelona are out. And Paris Saint-Germain. Quickly, the last four. I'm just going to push my panelists. Last four. Fifi, who do you think will win? I think at this point, the Don Carlo Ancelotti. Or the Fifi, what do you think?
So this Champions League is quite interesting. But for me personally, the team that I think will win, and history is behind this person, is Bayern Munich, just because of what Tuchel likes to do. I think Bayern Munich will be the one to. I think they play Real Madrid next, right? So I think they will beat Real Madrid and beat PSG. I don't think. I think Borussia Dortmund is a interesting team, but their defense is very suspect. So I can see PSG and Bayern Munich in the final, and I see Bayern Munich winning by a goal.
All right. So Fifi said, history. The former Chelsea boss will do it. And this time we'll see whether he will wear the same pair of shoes. Kevin, do you remember your coach said he had these special shoes? That's why he beat Man City.
Of
All right. So
course.
Kevin, who do you think will win?
I mean, first of all, we'd like to thank Thomas Tuchel for still playing for Chelsea. Eliminated Arsenal. I know that's not the question, but we have to insert that in there so the fans knows that Chelsea,
Yeah.
we are not playing, we are playing.
Red Bullet.
We are not playing, but we are playing. That's all I have to say about that. But to be honest, this PSG, I've been saying it. I just have a feeling that this is Mbappe's year. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. It's just something about PSG that they're a very explosive team. Um, with Dembele on the other side, it makes them a different threat compared to before when it was because them, you know what I'm saying. Like if you watch PSG in the past, they had Messi, they had Neymar, but they didn't mesh well together, right? Mbappe wants to go fast. Neymar and Messi kind of want to slow it down a bit and kind of look around. But with Dembele, he also pushes the pace, which bodes well for them. They just have speedsters in the front, and I think with that, in terms of firepower, I think that they have enough firepower to take care of Borussia Dortmund. Um, in terms of Bayern and Real Madrid, I just think Real Madrid is gonna win. I'm hoping Tuchel can do his magic again because he's done his magic against Real Madrid. But I think Bayern Munich is too up and down. I think, but for now, the way it's set up, Bundesliga is already gone, so I think all their focus will be on the Champions League, which will make this a very interesting leg. But I just have a feeling if Real Madrid is healthy, they are going to win the game because they're playing with a makeshift lineup. That's what people don't understand. Chouameni's in the playing center back. They're putting Kamavinga at left back. Like they're playing with not the team that they usually play with. So I believe that Real Madrid, just with experience and based on health, if they're healthy, I think they win. And I just think PSG, just for some reason, this is Mbappe's year. I've been saying it since it started. I think PSG is going to win the Champions League. That's just my opinion, just based on their team now, the kind of pieces they have, and how they're playing. They're that type of team where if you cannot turn off, Mbappe and Dembele will make you pay. So I just think that this is the year that PSG finally breaks through. I think this is Mbappe's farewell gift to PSG until he moves over to Los Blancos.
You're on mute.
It's Real Madrid. Fifi thinks it's Bayern Munich. Kevin also think it is, of course, a one of PSG because he love anything that is blue. All right, so thank you, panelists. Quickly, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Classico. What a match. Jude Bellingham. Hey, master of last minute goals. This, you don't know whether he's a striker, he's a false nine, he's a number 10. He always pop up. Oh, goodness. At the right place at the right time. Yay, blue so they told almost strike anymore. Nothing no coffee, I call catch any mammy say, Mamma, me go abu. Oh, a classical. Very amazing game. But before we zoom straight into it, goal line technology, the Spanish FA, please invest into it. I know you guys said it's very expensive, but it happened. It has happened to Barcelona. All of us thought it was a goal. And funny enough, I don't know, panelists, if you agree with me, you watch a certain angle, it's showing the ball had crossed the line. You watch another angle, it has not crossed the line. Just Spanish FA, spare us this buhaha and invest into goal line technology. But Fifi, that ball, do you think it was a goal? When after looking at all these angles, it wasn't. I mean, we cannot overturn it. So both of you, after watching it, do you still agree that the ball didn't cross the line?
That's a goal.
Fifi.
I mean, Messi. I like that's a goal. I don't understand how that is not a goal. Like this is actually the first time I actually realized that Spanish league doesn't have a goal line technology.
Yeah, obviously it's expensive. Obviously it's expensive.
How you say when you're charging Barcelona and Real, like there's no FFP, maybe a moon for FFP, your friend saying. I mean, there's this thing where they make sure the club doesn't spend more than they make. Maybe they need to. How does La Liga not have that kind of money when you have literally Mbappe coming over? You have Bellingham there. Like, look, it's highway robbery. I actually was shocked. I was like, wait. Like we're not gonna call this, like it's not a goal, like what's going on, like just another controversy. This is what they do, and they put a lot of pressure on the referee. Goal line technology is there to help the referee. If the ball crosses the line, his watch will vibrate. It's simple situation. They should have had this goal line technology when Ghana was playing Uruguay in that World Cup.
Man, I know that's right.
Yeah, I get a goal. They should stop this thing. It's a goal. It's a goal.
All right. Kavu. What do you think?
I mean, from the angle, it looks like a goal, but I don't know if it's a goal or not. I can't, like you said, without goal line technology, we can't really tell if
what
it was.
What do you mean you don't know it's a goal? What shot did the whole
if
ball?
you look at it, it looks close.
The white line.
No, it didn't. There was no angle that showed the whole ball crossing the line. You can't find it. There's no angle. Because the angle in which they showed it, it does not show the ball on the line. It doesn't show the ball from where the corner is. You can't tell if the ball crossed the line or not. You can't tell. I'm not saying it's not a goal or not. I'm just saying there's no indisputable evidence that says that ball crossed the line. With that
Would you
being
say?
said, initially or when I saw it in live, I thought that was a goal. Like I literally
Yeah,
said, I
but
was
you
like, "Oh,
said,
that's a goal."
is there a picture that you can
But
show to us?
there's no Evan, there's no angle that you can see that the ball clearly crossed the line. You can't. It doesn't exist because the angle that they were showing is showing it from a high angle, and from that angle you can't tell unless there's a camera on the line where the
Camera inside the goal, the
no,
little net.
they didn't use that camera during the game.
Why?
They did not use it
That's a height. That's it was it's something
because
more.
it went to VAR. It went to VAR. They didn't use
But
it.
there's a camera inside the goal. Why don't you use
They
that one?
they didn't use the. I don't know if they
Every
have that camera like the EPL. They didn't use it because they
every
didn't
time
show.
that's the same thing. You notice something about this camera stuff, right? They show
Mhm.
certain angles and they leave certain angles out. You have a camera in the goalpost for what reason? I know would you trap pictures around. That is why you have to use to implement to show the situation inside. Like, I mean, I get it. The La Liga is already given to Real Madrid, but come on, this is an important situation.
Right.
Ah,
I mean, from
All
that
right.
angle, you couldn't tell. So for me, initially I thought it was a goal, but that being said, without those proper angles, we can't definitively say if it was a goal or not.
All right. That being said, yes, I mean, we respect each one's opinion. That being said, so Kevin, the game itself, did you enjoy yourself? Like tactically, do you think the best team won, or it was just moment of magic that Jude Bellingham did his thing?
Um, if we're talking about the best team, Real Madrid always plays like this. When do you see Real Madrid quote unquote control the ball? They don't. They're a very direct team. They're not looking to pass the ball around. Their play style is very simple. Pass the ball in the middle and find Vinny or Rodrigo on the wings. Have them do something, cross the ball inside or try to shoot. They don't play pretty. It's not a tactically genius game. I think Barcelona kind of played the game better because of their play style. If you're looking at play styles, they kind of pass the ball around more. They kind of held possession a little bit more. But in terms of play style, if you're going to look at play style, you're going to say Barcelona played better. But this is what Real Madrid does. They're not a team that holds the ball. They don't want to do that. They get the ball and they're a very direct team. Do I think the best team won? Yes, I think the best team won because you can't. Real Madrid was playing without Carvajal. They were playing without Mendy. They put Vasquez and they put Camavinga. They're both playing in positions that they're not supposed to be playing. That's not positions they originally played. Chouamini was playing as a center back. These are all positions that these players don't play. And for this to be quote unquote a makeshift defense that they put together, and for them to still quote unquote find a way to win. It's just this is what Real Madrid does. They don't play pretty. Like I know they don't have the Leverkusen style of play. They don't play like Man City. That's not how they play. They play direct. They play to their best players, and then their best players make decisions. And based off that, I think that the best team won. Obviously, they had the best player on the pitch, which is Vinny, which is Vinny. Bellingham is slowly closing the range. It's his first year. We'll see what he does the second year. Because I think a lot of people always get enamored with his stats now. It's his first year. Let's see what he does the second year. Once if he can kind of maintain that or kind of stay in the same level, then we can kind of give him that. But for now, I think that they had the best players that in the right positions. Let's say that Lewandowski. I don't know what's going on with Lewandowski. I really don't know. He's not what he used to be in Germany. So just in terms of tactically speaking, Real Madrid was able to do what they wanted to do: get the ball out to the wings, get Vinny on the ball, get Rodrigo on the ball, get Bellingham on the ball. They were able to do that, and because of that, like I said, if you can't stop those three, it's over. And based on that, I think that the best team won. Now, if you look at it stylistically, it didn't look like they played well, but that's how Real Madrid plays. They don't play a visually appealing sort of football. They play an effective football. I call that effective play. And based off that, they got the result. So I think the best team won.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin. Think the best team won. Fifi, same question.
I don't know if you guys watched the post match, the Champions League, and when Thierry Henry was made a statement, and he said, "Why is everybody saying that Real Madrid did not come to play, and that Man City were the better team. Defense is also is a style of play. I've never seen a team control a game and not have the ball.
Okay.
And then, like, watching the game when Barcelona went first, I was like, they'll come back. It's like they know when to turn it up, stay back, turn it up, stay back, and then last minute they're like, let's go and get it. I have a question for the both of you. Is this coaching or is this player character and determination?
You want us to answer the
I
question?
want you guys to separately answer that. Is this because I'm asking for my
No. I answer the question. It's not coaching. It's having the best players in the world on your team. Very simple. This is not coaching.
Okay.
You can't coach what
Kevin, go ahead.
You can't coach what Bellingham and Vinny does. You can't coach Bellingham's desire to come back, track back, slide tackles. You can't coach that. That's something that player has been doing as a player. His engine, he has a very big engine, and he runs all over the pitch. I said this before on Sports Chat with Dasilva. What Ancelotti does is he stays out the way. He's very good at staying out the way. He's not a pep. He's not going to force you to play his way. He's going to know, okay, you do this, I'm going to let you do what you do. I'm gonna stay out of your way, and that's what he does best. And that's also a talent, right? Because some coaches want to quote unquote impose their will on the players, so say, yeah, me, I'm the one mean to. I'm the way we play. That's the reason why we're winning. No, he has players that have a specific skill set, and what he does is he allows his players to quote unquote play to those strengths. He doesn't conform them. He doesn't put them in a place where they can't play. So I think to answer your question, I think it's a bit of both. He has the players that are in a team in a organization that is used to winning, right? So when you come there, you are doing things. For example, Rudiger, you cannot coach his intensity. You can't coach Rudiger's intensity. He's all over the place. You cannot coach that. Valverde has an engine. He's running all day long. You can't coach that. He just has the right players. They've done the right scouting. They have the right players in the right positions that do what they're supposed to do when the time comes. And I think that's also a plus to Ancelotti for not getting in the way. So to answer your question, to be honest, it's a bit of both, but I give 70% to the players because these players you can't coach what Belly does. You can't tell Belly to track. You can't tell Rudiger to be quote unquote as intense as he is. You can't coach those things. So to answer your question, I think the players get most of the credit, but I also give credit to Ancelotti for staying out of the way, so for not being quote unquote a micromanager, so to speak.
That's over. What's
All right. So I will speak as a coach. So I disagree with Kevin, and let me tell you why. So after the Man City and Real Madrid game, we all know his son, Ancelotti's son. He's part of the backroom staff. So they picked the feed from the Arsenal Manchester City game at the Etihad. He worked on it, and gave it to his dad. We are going to use the same template Arsenal used. That's what got them the results. So the son gave it to the dad. So it is purely coaching. The reason is you don't see Real Madrid play the way they played. Hardly do you see them play the way they played when they came to Etihad. Ancelotti came with a master plan to just push the game to PKs. And fortunately for them, they had a first goal. And he knew that they would come back. But the plan was we shouldn't let them in. So when you look at how they were defending in blocks, and that if you saw the game very well, like you could see that look, go back and watch the Arsenal game. That system is very difficult. That after the Arsenal City game, you saw the way Saliba was breathing. It's difficult that you have 10 men behind the ball straight. You see them with Arsenal striker standing at the middle. You will not see anybody working, and you see the blocks. Like you see, if there was nothing like zona, it was purely man to man. So I'll give it to coach because he instructed them. This is how I need to play, and I'll go back, make reference to the Arsenal City game. you wouldn't see Gabriel Jesus. All his attention is to drop back and help the left winger. So, Fifi, it is purely coaching. This time around, from Etihad, and especially the Etihad game, it is purely coaching. That is what I would say. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that I mean that I've noticed something about them. They control the game without having the ball. I've never seen that before. Barcelona play the exact same way. They're very predictable. They actually play, like Kevin was saying, they play really well. But Real Madrid, they kind of knew. It's kind of like they had the game. I don't know. It was just the weird. It was just the most it was the weirdest thing I ever saw, but that's my take on it. But Real Madrid is the better team. The better team won because they controlled the game without without them. They didn't need the ball to control the game because they knew what they wanted to do. And whenever they needed a goal, they went ahead and got it. And that's the scary part. So it's like, oh, we're just gonna defend, make a mistake, we pounce on you. Or hey, we're gonna defend. When we see that you're okay, you're trying to stall, that's when we kind of pounce on you with our talent, and then we score a goal. And of course, like Kevin said, Belly with the last minute, man. He has like what 4 90-minute plus goals this season. That's an individual that he probably needs to be tested. His food needs to be tested. So that man is eating too many plantains or he's on steroids.
No,
It doesn't.
that's
And
what
he
I was trying to say. You can't coach desire. He
yeah,
just has the
like
desire. You can't coach that.
for his structure and the way he runs, right? He's a heavy footer. Like he's not light on his feet. So I know there's a lot of weight going on his feet, and for him to have that kind of energy to keep going and going and going and going and going and when you have that kind of awareness, and his awareness is impeccable. Because if you put what's his name, that the forward that they had for Real Madrid, he would not even make that run. It's like Kevin said, the desire. You can't coach that kind of stuff. But his Barcelona next time, I don't even know who they're gonna get. I think they should try and keep Xavi. I think they keep Xavi. They change a few characters on the team. I think some of the team players are not really helping Xavi out. You can see simple tactics, simple defensive nuances, and goals are not making any sense. So it's just like Kevin said, Lewandowski. It's okay. 36. He's probably going on 37. Let's build around Yamil kid. Let's get a younger center forward in there. Let's build around the young guys. Let's go from there. But they need to try and keep Xavi because he's their coach. Eventually, it will click for him. They need to keep him. That's my take.
They need to keep him. Fifi said they need to keep him. But rumors going around is, they've started talking. Pep, come for your team, come and save us, and we'll see how that also come up. So FA Cup, yes, the semi-finals of the English FA Cup took place Saturday and on Sunday. Saturday, Chelsea, Man City, somehow boring game, but Man City won by a long goal. Bernardo Silva, after missing a crucial penalty, gave Pep Guardiola and the Man City fans a one-goal victory over Chelsea. Manchester United, 3-3 pa, and they also went on to win on PKs. And let me clear the air a little bit. People were calling me, Dasilva, Manchester, and I was trying to give them history about this FA Cup. Joe, don't get it twisted, though. Manchester United were lucky. When this championship team, they come and they allow them. Go and watch when Arsenal play Hull City. Yeah, those championship team, they will cause. We were in, like, if you follow the Premiership, Burnley from nowhere came and defeated Liverpool. So when it comes to the FA Cup, Obia, so stop crucifying United too much. Yes, the name is big, the name is there, but usually when it comes to FA, it can happen to FA Cup, it can happen to anybody. But I'll start from Kevin. And personally, if people think Chelsea are bad, no, they just have to change one or two individuals. Because the chances Chelsea always throw away in games from the start of the season. Imagine if they had put all those balls at the back of your net, including what Cole Palmer is doing, it would have been a different story. Kevin. Man City, Chelsea. What did you see in that game?
I mean, the usual. The usual. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, we've seen this over and over and over again. This is not even surprising anymore. We play well, we get in front of the goal, and we can't finish. It's very simple. If Cole Palmer doesn't score, we don't have a chance. I mean, Jackson has three clear chances. I mean, we should be up 3-0 by halftime. We played better than Man City. We've played them twice this year, and they haven't beaten us. This is the first time they've beaten us this year because we don't. We play to our strengths. We have the speed to stretch the game. We have the technical ability. We have the second level thinking from Cole Palmer to kind of make it a game for us, and for us to just get in front of the goal and not be able to put it away. Like you said, this is nothing new. Every Chelsea fan knows when Jackson was in on goal, we all knew that this is a 20-80 chance that he doesn't score, and lo and behold, he didn't. We all knew. So, like you said, he's a raw player. He wasn't even quote unquote the man of Villarreal when we got him. So he's a raw player. I like the player. He just needs to develop. But for now, we don't have the players to compete in the right positions, right? We just don't have a striker that we can rely on consistently. Our left back is a little suspect. Um, our right back keeps getting hurt. Gusto, as soon as Gusto left the game, you can ask my friend. I literally told him, I said, we're going to score on us. And lo and behold, as soon as he left the game, they scored on us. We just need to kind of touch up certain things. Pochettino, we're going to give him some time. We don't have, like you said, we're not a bad team. We just can't score. That's it. I mean, it's not. And Cole Palmer is literally top tied as at the top of the goal scoring golden boot in the EPL. He's literally tied with Holland, and we still can't score. Imagine that. So imagine if our players actually put away the chances that we're supposed to have. I mean, simple things. Chilwell has a breakaway on the left side. Pass the ball in the box, you don't. And then let's all not forget that we got cheated. It was a penalty. That man used his hand. He brought it down and he touched the ball with his hand. That's a penalty. I don't care what nobody says. They didn't even let the referee go to the screen. This is like the third time Man City has gotten a break with VAR. There needs to be an independent body. It cannot be referees in the box because they're protecting their own. It has to be somebody completely outside of football that is watching these things, that understand the game, that are making these decisions. Because this is ridiculous. How can you tell me that there's a quote unquote a wall on the free kick? He takes his arm up and he puts his arm down and he affects the flight of the ball. That's a penalty. I know that Chelsea's got a lot of penalties, but most of them are rightfully so. That was a penalty. So for them not to give us that penalty, not even give us the chances to look at the penalty, was extremely. It's almost dishonest, to be honest with you, and it's a quite unfortunate because, like you said, soccer is the type of game where not the best team doesn't always win. And on Saturday, we were the better team. We played better than City. We created more chances than City. They just passed the ball around, but we had quality opportunities and we just couldn't finish. So hopefully, like you said, we can tighten this up. Maybe we can make a couple of signings to bring some players that can actually put the ball in the back of the net. And if we're able to do that, we'll be a problem. But just from the game that happened Saturday, it's just usual Chelsea. Can't finish your opportunities. Late game, lose laps of like momentary lapse of focus and then we're down. So congratulations to City, for winning the game. But I just think that, to be honest, we should have been awarded a penalty. I honestly believe that. And if Jackson can kind of tighten up his finishing, maybe Nkunku is healthy next year, maybe we can kind of get some finishing. We're not a bad team, and like you said, nobody really wants to play Chelsea. It's if we can finish, we'll be a problem. But just from the game that we saw on Saturday, it was just like you said, our flaws were on display, full display. We cannot finish. It's very simple. That's the flaw. We can't score goals. Period. Can't score goals. Our substitution is questionable. You don't bring the Sassi on the right side of the defense when Doku's in the game. The Sassi is arguably our slowest defender, and you put him on the right against your fastest player. It's going to cause mayhem, and that's exactly what happened. You can't do that. And then you start, Gallagher played well, but you play him as a left wing. That means our left side is completely null and void. We don't have any offense going that way. Even with that, we still had opportunities to win the game. So there's just a couple of things that we got to tighten up as a team, and hopefully we can get better results. But like I said, it was unfortunate. I believe we should have won the game, but same old Chelsea.
Same old Chelsea, same old Chelsea. And I agree with everything that Kevin said. Viewers, this is why I say Kevin, I always want him in the studio. He nailed everything from striking, team mentality, and of course, to keep Pochettino. People think he's not the best man, but how do you think Arsenal give Arteta time? Yes, I know Fifi will disagree, say trophyless, but it is yielding some results. Akwana ni 3 no kra no Tewo Old Trafford no kra ye hu de. Fifi, what do you think about the game? Man City Chelsea. What did you see?
I think that was the most vulnerable Manchester City team I have seen. Off of an extremely emotional game with Real Madrid. They were right for the picking. Nico Jackson. Actually, you know something? He is actually the only player that I've seen outrun Kyle Walker. So, that boy is a talent. He just needs to be confident in finishing. That's it. That's the only person that I've seen who said he has outrun Kyle Walker. Nobody outruns Kyle Walker. If you guys, when I tell you that was like the most impressive thing I ever saw, right? When you watch Vinicius Jr. train, the way he runs on that treadmill, I don't know, there was like a viral video that went out. Listen, Kyle Walker, Vinicius Jr. cannot beat Kyle Walker in the race. And for Nicholas Jackson to do that, that is a boy that is a good talent. He just needs a lot of coaching, and he also needs to burn the midnight candle and learn how to finish hard, strong, and confidently. That's his only flaw. But I think his connective play and everything like that was flawless. Cole Palmer, your golden boy, he was nowhere to be found. Golden Boy was nowhere to be found. I think Nicholas Jackson had more of an impact than Cole Palmer. Way more of an impact. And he had to play Gallagher because he needed someone who's going to track back. Unfortunately, that's the only Gallagher and Caicedo are the only two people who have heart to run around like crazy. Because Cole Palmer ain't going to do that. And Sterling is not going to do that either. Manchester City were so bad. I was like, yo, Chelsea has to win this game. You guys had like 6-7 chances. I was disappointed in Chelsea because I wanted Chelsea to win so that I can have like 5% hope that we'll win. We'll be able to compete in the FA Cup. I was really looking forward to Chelsea to win. Really, because at least then we'll give a very exciting FA Cup final. Another 4-3 or crazy because both teams are like open. Both teams, I think Chelsea's a little tad bit better than us. If they could finish, I honestly think they're a little bit more better than us. But that's what I think. I think Chelsea let this one go. Man City were tired. They were exhausted. I don't even know how they did it. I don't even know how those players did it. I have no idea. I have no idea how those players did it.
That's why they are paying them huge amount of money.
but look at what happened. You bring Chilwell in. Chilwell. Pass it to Sterling. But check this out. Even if you're passing it to Sterling will find a way to swallow the ball.
Not true. Not against Man City. Not against Man City. He always scores against Man City.
I agree. Not again Man City. He knows how to punish them.
Yes, not against Man City.
That goal should not have happened because that substitution, I didn't understand that substitution by Pochettino. That is why that goal.
It's always substitution. It's always substitution.
Gusto was hurt. He should have brought in Gilchrist. I don't know why he brought in Dasilva.
And then keep it because when he made that change, then that's where Bernardo Silva is left wide open. Coaching. I mean, it's not coaching, it's player. And you put the Sassy in there. Come on. But anyway, Chelsea led this one.
All
Chelsea
right.
led
All right. Go ahead, Fifi.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Chelsea let this one go away for me. That the
All
Chelsea
right.
Man
Fifi
City game.
thinks Fifi thinks Chelsea let it go. And I mean, yeah, everything favors Chelsea because we have about Champions League. What Bray, you had a chance. And I said, and that's why I said I'm very happy with what Kevin said. They should just do one or two, give Pochettino some chance to build because it's very you can't always blame coach when you have a ball in the box, then you decide to go to your bedroom and take a glass of wine before you come and kick the ball in the net. No defender will wait for you. It doesn't work like that. So
I don't know.
Manchester United, Coventry. I don't know whether they were trying to give the United fans something heart attack, and now you just went up and you were nearly about to throw the game out. Fifi, your own Manchester United. And nobody Makumedi Agrana. What was that?
Okay, are you guys ready? We are a disgrace. Utmost disgrace. What those players did on that field is it's utterly criminal. Criminal. Even the way we scored the 3 goals in the crowd, it was poor. It was poor. I don't know what the hell. How can you take out Mainu and Garnacho and then we fall apart? We bring on Ericsson and then we bring on what's it called? Anthony, and we fall apart. Why the hell have you gone to pick Amrabat? Why waste $5 million to go and get somebody you're not going to play? What the hell is going on, Ten Hag? You can clearly see that Casemiro can run. Amrabat is literally or to bench, so I'm going to power bench. Amrabat a press sitting the 20 and the yard, so he wasn't even available for the game. This is coaching. That's why I asked you guys, like, yo, is this coaching or is this player character? And both of you guys gave me the two answers that I wanted to hear. It is coaching and it's the desire of the player. Rashford. I mean, you might not even watch this YouTube skit. But we, your Manchester United fans, whatever we have done to you, whatever you are going through as a 26-year-old making about $20-something million a year, what is the problem? What is the actual problem? Do you need to take out $500,000 to go and get the best psychologist out there to tune your head? Because it's not Eric Ten Hag's job. You play like you're blind. What is actually going on? Bruno, captain. You see that the midfield is falling apart. You can literally go to the midfield. You're like, you know what? Forget me pushing up. We're going to stay on the low block and we're going to defend at 3-1. We don't need to push up. We'll defend and we'll keep the ball because at some point you can control the game playing defense. That's what I was asking you guys. I've never seen Real Madrid. That was embarrassing. None of those players deserve to wear that badge. From Casemiro, I don't know what the hell happened to Casemiro. How do you drop off? I think, is there something going on?
Juice Nasa. Wabre, Juice Nasa.
Like, how Anthony? I'm sorry for insulting. No violence is accepted on this show. But you've come onto the field against a Coventry player, you couldn't do anything. And then after they lose in penalties, you're doing this to them. Like, what did you do? all my Manchurian friends out there, as you guys can see, Manchester United at a low point. Coventry. Are we serious? Coventry. Coventry. Even Dasilva is here like, oh, it's a Champions League team, it's an FA Cup. They gave people, but no. We're up 3-0. We almost lost the game at 4-3. It's different if they were up 1 and they came and then that one I totally understand. But this is not the first time we've seen them play like this. There's a real problem, and Rashford, if you don't want to play, go. It's okay, go. You're embarrassing to the entire Manchester United organization. Embarrassment. And Erik ten Hag. If you look at what Ancelotti does, he doesn't make the same mistake twice. Last season, they played Man City. Look at the midfield he had last season. Look at the defense he had last season, and look at what he had this season. Look at what you keep doing. Because I feel like we don't have the opportunity to get rid of you. Why? Because it will be too expensive. It's woo, Jimmy. You're fooling. What those boys are doing on the field is all tactical, and it's all the gaps that are being opened up on the field. It's all because of you, Ten Hag. Whatever you're doing on the training pitch is not working. If you don't have the players, it's okay. We'll be a counter-attacking team. Stop this lone CDM and then pushing up Bruno. We can't hold the ball. So when you push, your formation that you have is perfect. But we have center backs who are scared to push forward. We have midfielders who can't hold the ball. We have wingers who don't look for the pass. At this point, you're a good coach. Because why? Honestly, ever since you came, we've been to 3 finals. I hope you win this FA Cup, because if you don't, you're out. At this point, I can't even defend you, because you're still picking the Rashfords. You're still picking. Why? Bruno can't sit? It's enough. Coach, let someone.
All right, Fifi said it's enough. So I was about to interrupt, and producer was like, no, let Fifi flow, because this is sport chat. Or the feelings in shame. Hey, oh. Abotre, Fifi, Pensubinum. Viewers, you're still watching Sports Chat with Dasilva live on Richma TV, both Facebook, Richma TV, YouTube, Richma TV. Please bring your comments. Kindly like, subscribe, comments. Yeah, I see another Manchester United fan. I just pop in and he left a comment. Manny, me chia. Me chidi say bibia mube okay. Why? Say United. I hope you, madam, and all the kids are doing well, Manny. Thank you for joining, and all the other King Gasti and all the other people. This program is proudly sponsored by Agape Traditional LLC. Calvin, I saw you smiling, kakra. As soon as Fifi reached the point, say he hopes they win the FA Cup. I said, hope I saw two you be say Nipa and Yare or Kwaku at the finals. Calvin, what is your take on that match yesterday?
What a useless performance, respectfully.
Oh Lord, there he goes.
Useless performance by a useless team with useless players and useless fan base. Munyamu, you're useless. And I say this jokingly, but Coventry were robbed. They should have won the game 4-3. They were robbed. If you look at VAR, I am convinced that they did it for ratings, because Manchester City versus Manchester United sounds way better than Manchester City versus Coventry for the FA Cup final. It just sounds better. They should have won the game. This is ridiculous. Like I said, VAR needs they need an independent adjudicator, somebody that is going to go in there and make sure that they are not impartial, because you cannot continue to make these mistakes in big stakes games where people are betting on games, people's livelihood are involved in this, fan bases, like, this is not And the players too. It's heartbreaking for the players too. You watch that, they said this guy was also about. Come on, let's be serious. What are we doing here? What are we doing? As an entire, the world is watching, and you're consistently making mistakes where we can all notice. This is something that needs to be addressed seriously, because you can't consistently make big mistakes like this in big state games. But coming to the game, like I said, even if as a coach you don't quote unquote have the players, you're up 3-0. Um, let's just go back to the couple of games that they played. Manchester United versus Chelsea. You're winning. You take out Garnacho, you lose. You come back to Coventry. I forgot another game. You cannot take out a player that is a threat to the defense. This is coaching 101. I know that Real Madrid does it. They take out Vinicius and then they take out Rodrigo, but then they put in Brahim and Jose. They put in players that they know, at any point can get the job done. They can also provide a threat. You cannot take out Garnacho, which is arguably your most, I want to say, your most dangerous offensive weapon. The one that causes the most issues, even though he's still young and he's still raw, he causes the most issues to the defense because he's very unpredictable, but he's also willing to go forward. He's hungry for goals. You can't take out a player like that, because what happens is the defense now, the right back and the left back starts to push up higher. Therefore, there's more players on the offensive side of the ball to give them enough quote unquote width where the team can actually play. When you have a player like Garnacho, you have a player like a Vinicius, the left back or the right back, whomever is in defense, they cannot go up too far because they know that if they lose the ball in possession, that ball is coming behind them. I don't. This excuse that he's been making, he's saying that he doesn't have the right players to play, quote unquote, his style of football. First of all, as a coach, you can't say that. You're there for a reason. You're there to coach up these players that you have to play a certain way. What don't you have in these players? These players
It's
can
the
run.
biggest bullshit excuse ever.
These
Biggest
these players
BS
are
excuse you can ever
professionals.
give.
They can run, they can pass, they can shoot. It's your job to put these players in positions to quote unquote be successful. Like I said, it's it's embarrassing to watch both Manchester United and Chelsea play football. It's literally embarrassing to watch both teams play football and make the most elementary mistakes known to football. You cannot make mistakes like this as a professional player. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, how can you quote unquote? I understand Coventry is quote unquote a championship team, but then again, they're still playing. But for you to allow a team to come back in a game when you're up 3-0 as a coach is baffling to me. And I'm going to say this about Manchester United. I don't believe Bruno Fernandes is a captain quality player. I'm sorry. He complains too much. His temper is way too thin. He doesn't he doesn't galvanize his team. He doesn't show them confidence. He's complaining. He's always. It's just a player. I've never liked him as the captain for Manchester United. He's just not the captain type for me. To be honest with you, there's some good pieces there with Manchester United, and then they have the same issues Chelsea has. They just need a revamp. They need some of these players to go. I don't know what happened to Rashford. I'm completely. I don't. I think mentally he's shot. I think he just needs a change of scenery. He needs to leave England at this point because he's just shot mentally. He's not the same player. He doesn't have the same pace. He doesn't have the same desire. He doesn't want to be there. That's just what it feels like. He doesn't want to be there. He's just there because they pay him. If they didn't pay him out, he would stay home. That's just what it feels like playing watching Rashford. So to be honest, like I said, it's a very disappointing showing by Manchester United. But as a Chelsea fan, hopefully, like you said, if Manchester City comes to play, it's comedy that the team that quote unquote you people used to call your stepbrothers, little children, the team that will never be quote unquote London will never be red or blue, is the team that is consistently dominating and consistently winning trophies. It's just poetry at this point that Manchester City's going to basically win the FA Cup at this point. That's what it feels like to me. I don't think Manchester United has a chance to win the FA Cup. I think they'll lose again, but I think that the game will be a lot. The way it is, Ten Hag will do enough just to stay in his role, and that's okay by me. He will be just good enough, just mediocre enough to consistently coach this team. I think as a coach, based on his words, he's basically telling you he's not the right man for the job. If I'm telling you, say I cannot make these players play the way I played, even though when you took the job, these were the players that were there, then what's the point of you even being here? You took the job saying, say, I'm going to make them play quote unquote Ten Hag ball. You knew the players that were there. You were not going to bring Ajax. The Ajax team was not going to wear Manchester United jerseys. You knew that you're going to have Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. You knew you were going to have these players. So for you to come here and say you cannot play your team, and even with that being said, manage the game. You're up 3-0. Manage the game. This is not difficult. You saw Real Madrid do the same thing. Manage the game. Make the game ugly. But no, they didn't. They didn't decide to do that. They let Coventry back in the game. Like I said, congratulations to Coventry. I honestly think they should have won the game, but just how football goes. But to be honest with you, like I said, both Chelsea and Manchester United are two useless teams at this point. The season needs to be over so that we can go back to the drawing board. I don't even want Chelsea to make it to Europe. Just stay at 10th, wherever you just stay there, and then worry about next year because this is unacceptable, to be honest with you. And it's just unfortunate that two of the quote unquote the biggest teams in Europe are now basically mediocre and pathetic, and it's unfortunate. So hopefully, like I said, next year, once all these quote unquote coaches get the players they say they want, we will see what they do. But to be honest with you, I don't think Manchester United has the right coach for the job.
Kevin thinks Manchester United does not have the right coach for the job. Our viewers, we are approaching the top of the hour. Quickly, let me just glance through something. So something happened at the German Bundesliga. It seems Bayer Leverkusen don't want to lose. Yes, 1-0 at 97th minute. Oh Lord, they find a way for the equalizer. So they are still unbeaten. Quickly, the Premiership. Liverpool beat Fulham by 3-1 at the Craven Cottage. Aston Villa also won by 3-1. Crystal Palace they hammered West Ham by 5-2, and that is the Premier League Sunday fixtures. And Luton also were defeated at home by Brentford by 5-1, and Burnley also beat Sheffield United by 4-1. Arsenal woke up from their slumber and they were able to beat Wolves by 2-2. That is enough for the Premier League. And the last topic for tonight, because there are some midweek games coming up. Quickly, let's talk about the Tuesdays and the Wednesday game coming up. But I want us to start from Wednesday game. Let's see any Liverpool and Everton at Goodison Park. Kevin, Derby, the Merseyside Derby. Who do you think will run away with the maximum point?
This is not a competition. Liverpool's gonna win the game. There's
Okay, Fifi.
no analysis to this. Liverpool's winning the game.
All right, Kevin think it's gonna be boom, but from the first leg that I watched at Anfield, but not for that red card, would have been a very Liverpool would have been hot hottest. So maybe I respectfully disagree with Kevin. Fifi, your take on that game?
I think it'll be a draw. Everton needs the point, so draw.
Everton needs a point, so draw. Now here comes the London derby. And let me make this point clear. When it comes to derbies, look, forget about Utim Yade. Who will London be blue or will London be red tomorrow? Viewers, let us know your comment, what you think. But quickly, Fifi, Arsenal, after disappointing back-to-back defeat, Aston Villa and Bayern Munich, they woke up from their sleepiness and they were able to get a 2-0 away lead and come into this game. And Chelsea also lost, even though it was a different competition, they lost by a goal to a very good side. So tomorrow, what do you think, or what do you expect to see? And whilst you're talking, build your point, and who do you think is gonna win? And Arsenal, be careful of Cole Palmer. He can be dangerous. Fifi, your take on that match? That's not Chelsea tomorrow.
If Arsenal plays Partey and then plays um, Rice in a 4-8, Arsenal win 1-0 or possibly 2-0. If they play Rice in the defensive mid and decide to bring he will play what Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus in the front, Arsenal would draw the game. It's a draw or a win tomorrow for
It's a
Arsenal.
draw. It's a draw or win tomorrow for Arsenal. And speaking of that, Partey did well when he came in, but he's still lacking the match fitness. Kevin, your take on that match?
Don't sleep on Chelsea. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, we're not a bad team. I don't expect us to win the game because we just don't have the quality that Arsenal has at the moment in terms of just player to player. But I think just based on the games that we've played against Arsenal and just based on our strengths versus Arsenal's strengths, don't be shocked if this is a game in which maybe we steal it. I think it's either I'm picking Chelsea to win the game because Arsenal is the same. They play the same as Man City, and for some reason, we have success against that. In what I mean by say this is that you want possession, and when Arsenal has possession, their players come up. So the left back and the right back push up very high, and they try to possess the ball in the opponent's area. But if you lose the ball, we have pace in Jackson. We have if Mudryk plays, we have pace with Mudryk. I just think that if we can hold in the back long enough, I think we can steal this game. But with that being said, I don't think Chelsea's going to do any of that, and we're going to probably embarrass ourselves. So that's kind of my analysis. I believe that if we both play to our strengths, I believe that we have the opportunity to make this ugly for Arsenal, to make this nail biter. I think we will score first. Arsenal will probably come back and tie the game, but I think we will score first. And if we do score first, the game will be very interesting. And then from there, it might be one of those games where it's just consistently one way down where we're consistently trying to concede. But I think that this is a game, like I said this earlier, this is a game in which I think that we can destroy your season. And I think this is it. I think we destroy your season by winning the game.
Yes, and I'm not going to disagree with Kevin because this season Chelsea have done very well with all the top clubs. Yes, they've done very well. So history is kind of backing them. And I'm not going to be surprised if Chelsea come and do their thing at the Emirates. But I don't remember the last time. I think the last time they beat Arsenal at the Emirates was when Lukaku and James got that 2-0 win over them at the rebuilding stage of Arteta's. He came to Arsenal, but I'm not going to be surprised. But I'm just going to see how Arteta will, re-echo that number 12 man as he did for Arsenal to make the Emirates a fortress. So I think it's going to be an interesting game, but I think Arsenal have a slight advantage over Chelsea. Let me quickly go ahead and read some comment before we sign up because time is not on our side. Producer, screw it up so that I can read it. The comments on Facebook and YouTube. So we have King Gasty. He says sports chat on fire. Thanks to our sponsor, Capital Traditional LLC. He said, welcome back. Brack, Kevo, Kevin, Fifth. King Gasty say you are welcome, which means he misses you. And he said, welcome back, Fifi Blankson. Yes, yes, yes. He said, greetings here, everyone. And for quality sports update, watch Sports Chat with Dasilva on Richmond TV. Thank you, brother. Thanks to our lawyer, sponsors Agape Traditional LLC, and he welcomes all of you. So welcome panelists and nice meeting you. Then Kingasti also went ahead and said, please share, comment, and subscribe. West Ham messed up big time, losing 2-5 against Crystal Palace. Yes, yes, yes. The Hammers were hammered. Manny K, another big Manchester United fan, said Man U versus Coventry was a disaster. Coventry looked like a Premier League team playing for the bag, and United looked like a championship team. So bad. And he went ahead and said, we need a whole bunch of new signings next season. That is what Manike said. Viewers, this is where we bring the curtains down today on Sports Chat with Dasilva. But before I wrap up, let me get 30 seconds for my panelists, their final words, and maybe they have some shout outs. So I'll start with Kelvin.
Yeah, thank you again for having me on the show. It's always a pleasure to be on the show with Sports Chat with Dasilva. Please like, share, and subscribe to Richmond TV. Like you said, this is just a place where we share our opinions of what we saw during the week. And like I said, this is just opinions. We're not here to offend anybody. We're just kind of speaking on what we saw. And with that being said, this show is consistently growing. I'm pretty sure people are watching this show a lot. People that you may not think are watching the show. So do not miss out. Share the link. Subscribe again. And like you said, we always bring the heat. We will be back. Arsenal versus Chelsea is a big game. If we win, the host better hide his face. If we don't win, yeah, forget. But I'm just saying. So just stay tuned to see what happens when we come back again. It's always been a pleasure joining you. Thank you again for watching us, and until next time.
All right, thank you very much. Kevo, over to you, Fifi.
Thank you, my fellow people, for listening to me rant. As you can see, I am mourning. Thank you for tuning in today. It's a sad day in the Manchester world, but we will recover. Something must happen. But don't forget to tune in, subscribe, like, share, comment. I like the comments that are coming in. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, boss. Muntina Mebaha. You guys are the reason why we do this every day. To voice our frustration, to tell Dasilva how we feel, and to laugh at him too. We appreciate all the help, all the work. Please don't forget Auntie Maggie, Agape LLC. Hit her up. She'll get you guys sorted out. But this is the only one time I'll let this team get to me. Next time I'll come with the heats. And I'll come with nothing but enthusiasm, regardless of what my team is doing. I still bleed red. Manchester United, out.
All right, thank you very much, Fifi and Kevin, for your time. I can't say that enough. I really appreciate your time. It's not easy, but you always make yourself available for Sports Chat with Dasilva. I really appreciate it. God bless you. And we truly, we will all grow together. Viewers, too, thank you for always tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, share for us. Follow us on Facebook, Richma TV, Instagram, Richma TV, YouTube, Richma TV, TikTok, Richma TV for all your updates. Thank you very much. This is where we bring the curtains down today on Sports Chat with Dasilva. As I said, this program is proudly sponsored by Agape Traditional LLC. For your kente beads, fashion jewelries, and for all parties, funerals, and special occasions, name them: Sweet 16, baby shower, customized bag, key holders, sandals. What do you want? Contact Agape Traditional LLC on 240-898-6931. 240-898-6931 for your authentic African things. Everything is authentic, natural from Agape Traditional LLC. And remember, anytime you order from Agape Traditional LLC, you are adding color to your life. Thank you, Agape Traditional LLC, for being a sponsor of this program. Yapong, I will see you when you see me. But remember, never assume. Ask questions before you conclude. Never assume. Ask questions before you conclude. I'll see you on Friday. Yeah.